books of Revelation, all the books, the book of Revelation, all the books, the book of Genesis, all the books, the four Gospels, the Hebrews, Titus, Timothy, Galatians, and all of them, man. It said, take it and eat it up. Eat it up means to eat all of it. And it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. And we read this many times. Revelation 10:10, it says, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up. In other words, he ate the whole book. And it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And it was a literal book that he ate, but it represented the scriptures. He actually ate a book, and when it was eaten, it tasted good. But when it got down into his stomach, it unsettled his stomach. It irritated his stomach, all right? It says, and I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, digested it, my belly was bitter. Now let's go to the priest. Let's go to the word there. And then I'm happy to say that Nate finally admitted that he goes into the Hebrew and the Greek. He said on one of his recent videos, we go into the Hebrew and the Greek. No, he said, we go into the blue. I'm going to say this again. We go into the blue letter. Since when, man? Since we kept getting on your ass? Huh? Is that it? Nate? I'm going to go to bitter. And that's G4087. Yeah, pekrino. And it means to make bitter, to produce a bitter taste in the stomach, to embitter, exasperate, render angry, indigent, to be embittered, irritated, to visit with bitterness, to grieve, deal bitterly with. So the word, take out the word irritated, indigent, angry. In other words, it's good when you find out that you're an Israelite. You know, you're going out in the camp, you got the garments on, you're doing the closing salute. You saw a white person get nervous, you know. It's amazing how, you know, one week you came out there, this white woman came out, and all of a sudden, 15 minutes in, she's on the ground kissing the brother's feet. So this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. This is the truth. But then after a while, it digests in, and it might take 6 months. It might take a couple of years. And then eventually, when you leave it, it's bitter. Then when you leave, you're talking shit about the truth. Or actually, you're talking shit about the truth, and you're talking shit about the men that are teaching the truth. And then you go as far as saying that they're not of the truth. And they're doing the same thing that you did when you thought you was in the truth. But now that you so-called are not with the camp, and you ain't out there no more, and you ain't doing what we're doing, we're wicked because of what we're doing, but that's something, the same thing that you did. Most High got your mind all messed up, man. All you guys, Isaiah, kill yourself, man. I'm just coming out straight. I'm going to give you a good word of advice, because the missiles are going to get you anyway, man. That's guaranteed, man. You go try to run down there to Haiti, man. Mosai, send another earthquake down there and have you in a supermarket and pancake your ass. Make your ass look like a fucking gorilla cookie, man. Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
You too, Ezekiel. Okay, you too, Ezekiel. Which you're not in the truth no more.
Ezekiel, you came out to that camp. You know about us. But let me tell you, if you came out to our camp, and the man that got on you, man, we talked a lot of shit about that dude, but he was cutting your ass, man.
He was cutting you.
He said, you fell off. You fell off. Your brother, you fell off. The 2000 thing, that's why you fell off. And you know what?
Yeah.
He said a mouthful. Because a lot of you guys fell off after that 2000 thing didn't come. So that was a stumbling block, man.
Yep, that's right.
That was a stumbling block.
That's right.
Hey, Nate, that's why your ass had to take 2 years off. That was a stumbling block to you, man.
Yes, it was. That's right. You too, Ezekiel. You, because you coming against that. Why was you out there? What was the purpose of you? Okay, them guys, that's Nate's guys, but they out there. But them guys are out there. They speaking.
Hey, but hold up. Ezekiel said, I left, I'd been there, done that. I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
But the reason why I left them, because my teachers were full of shit. Okay, let's say they were full of shit. You can still keep going out. Just going out. Just keep going out. You don't need them teachers. You already learned, right? You've been in there in the truth for a number of years. Just keep going out and teaching like we did.
That's right.
All right?
That's right. Now, wait a minute.
That doesn't excuse you. My teachers were full of shit. Well, you should have, if you knew that was the truth, then you should have kept doing it.
Yeah,
so now you're going to get hit by a missile. And you're going to shit before the missile hits you. That's another thing. You're going to pee and you're going to shit involuntarily. You're going to throw up. You're going to get nervous. You know, you're going to stumble. When you see the missiles hitting, man, and you see an ICBM hitting your ass, one of them warheads hitting your ass, you're going to shit, you're going to piss, you're going to throw up, you're going to tremble, you're going to call, if you've been calling the Lord Christ, and you know that the real true name of the Lord is Yahweh Shai, you're going to call on Yahweh Shai on that day. Yeah. But it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
You know?
And you don't get no answer, Daddy. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You full of shit, Ezekiel, because you said the leaders of like Elder Tahad just said a mouthful, man. We kept teaching, they kicked us out. We kept teaching, and you were always this guy that was always on fire. You always had a lot to say. You used to go out on the trains and speak by yourself. So it wasn't a thing. I know with you, it wasn't a thing. You was afraid to go out and speak. Right? You was going out there on the trains, and them guys brought you to council because they didn't want you going out on the trains, right? So after you found out the leaders back then were full of shit, you should have said, "Look, you told me years ago that's what you was gonna do. Look, I'm gonna go out. I go out on them trains by myself." Right? But you could have just kept doing it. Get the good. You got garments. Put your garment on and go out on them trains and just teach the word like that. All these years.
It's too late now because the spirit's out of him.
Yeah, I'm talking about back then.
I'm saying like Saul.
Yeah, he can't do it.
Hey, we got to go into that story of Saul because once that spirit was taken off him, he felt it, man.
Gun.
And he was trying to get it back, but he couldn't get it back. And he went to Samuel, and Samuel just laid it out to him, man. You know, he just said, "Look, man, you know the Lord just took that spirit, and you ain't getting it back, man."
That's scary, man. That's a scary thing, man. That scares me, man. That should scare everybody, man. You can't take this truth lightly because that's what could happen, man. The Lord could take that spirit from you to it. You know, I don't really want to be in this thing, and that's happening. It's going to happen to certain brothers, man. You know, that's in Matthew's, the parable of the sower. The cares of this world choke out the word.
And we're the type of guys that if we know that you're lukewarm and weak, and we'll talk behind your back, we'll say, "Yeah, that nigga, he got about another month, 2 weeks or so." We're gonna help you. We're gonna bid you a fond farewell. Hey, like Joe Clark, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joe Clark, man. Remember the movie?
Yeah,
he had all them people up on the stage and they were acting, "Yo, money, that one little nigga. Yo, nigga. Yo, all that grimy ass nigga."
Yeah.
And this dude was acting all stupid. And then they didn't know why they was up there, man. And he said, "These people are miscreants."
Yeah.
They're what do we call them? He said they're misfits. All right,
they're
outcasts. They're no good drug dealers, rapists, robbers, killers, murderers, and we no longer need you in our school. So now you can go. Then they were trying to fight to stay in.
Yeah, then they wanted to.
What kind of shit is that?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna get you money. You ain't money.
What the hell you want to stay in the school for,
so
man?
He's going to the Air Force. That nigga, he said, "I'm going to the Air Force."
Man, they'll lynch your ass. If you nigga like you, they'll lynch your ass, man. Man, Esau trained for niggas like you, man. Hey, when them crackers down there, the Bible Belt, when they out there training, man, they got pictures of niggas with hats tipped on the side and sagging pants. Now they got a new thing. These niggas got their pants sagged down where it's below the butt cheek, man. And I seen it a couple of times, man. I got so fucking mad I wanted to pull the car over, Because, you know, I'm boxing into jiu-jitsu. I want to choke the motherfucker out, man. I wanted an arm bar nigga, man. I want that guillotine nigga, man.
Yeah, these new niggas,
and I'll
man.
do it, too. Don't get me started, man, because I'll put you in a fucking guillotine, man, and let your spirit leave your fucking body. Which I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that, okay?
This is Colossians 2:18. This is for Ezekiel. It says, let no man beguile you of your reward. That's
a cut. Let no man, because